this individual, Abby Broyles, is running for Congress. So Abby has no time for the radical right. She's a lifelong Oklahoman dedicated to fighting for our kids, driving economic development, protecting voting rights, and improving the quality of life for everyone in Oak 5. So let's look at Abby's issue page. Priorities. So pay equity, economic security, sounds great, protecting healthcare and fighting COVID. Here's what I do when I see a candidate. I will do a Control F and search for Medicare. Not found. Not found. Try single payer, perhaps. Not found. So it seems like she doesn't support Medicare for all. Okay. Renewable energy. That's the next policy thing coming up, I believe. That's good. Criminal justice reform, taking care of service members, fighting for education, decriminalizing marijuana. So she's not in favor of legalizing, just decriminalizing. So, I mean, this is a pretty milquetoast standard Democrat, in my opinion. What are your thoughts on this, folks, in the chat? Because I have a story about her that will drastically change the way that you think about her. Parents, 12-year-olds say, Abby Broyles verbally accosted kids at Valentine's party. Now, the details in this story are so unbelievably fucking insane that it's almost unbelievable. A Valentine's Day weekend sleepover party for tween girls that included watching the film Titanic turned bizarre and tearful after parents say Oklahoma 5th Congressional District candidate Abby Broyles allegedly became drunk and berated some of the children in attendance. The party, held at the home of a Deer Creek Public Schools parent on February 11th, included 8 girls between the ages of 12 and 13. Broyles was allegedly at the home the night of the party at the invitation of the homeowner, who was the mother of one of the children. According to multiple accounts of the evening, Broyles became intoxicated and spoke derogatorily to some of the girls. She allegedly called one girl an acne fucker, which prompted the girl to leave the room in tears. That's really, these are 12 and 13-year-old girls. That's really sad. Broyles allegedly called another girl a Hispanic fucker, okay, and another a judgy fucker. So she's drunk as shit, walking into this room, and she's going in on all of these tween girls. At one point, Broyles allegedly vomited into a laundry basket and onto one girl's shoes. I'm going to read that again. Broyles allegedly vomited into a laundry basket onto one girl's shoes. So all of those clothes, burn them, throw them away. Yes, she's a Regina George. That's exactly it. Throw that entire laundry basket away. Throw away those shoes because you are never getting the smell of vomit out of them again. Sarah Matthews, whose daughter attended the party, outlined some of Broyles' alleged behavior in a Twitter thread Wednesday that tagged Broyles' account. Matthews was not present, but was told of the alleged events by her daughter and mother, who hosted the party. Let's look at this. Is this thread still up? It is still up. It's been 5 days, and you have neglected to reach out to any of the young ladies, 12 and 13-year-olds, including my daughter, you verbally and emotionally abused last week, and I thought I would give you a chance to try to apologize at a minimum here. For someone who pontificates to be undyingly pro-woman, I am disgusted by your behavior and find it appalling you couldn't understand why their parents are angry. Your vile, cruel, and bigoted behavior should not be excused or swept under the rug. Not only did you scare and traumatize these beautiful girls with your words, you ruined a pair of their shoes with your vomit. Which she saved it to buy with her own money. That's so sad. That's so sad. Considering how much you bragged about how rich and successful you are to these children. Surely you can afford to replace her shoes. Wow. Okay. Back to the article here. Non-Doc also obtained 2 photographs of Broyles, a picture of her drinking wine in a kitchen next to 2 girls, and a screenshot of her in a TikTok video posting with 4 girls, 3 of whom are wearing matching pink pajama outfits adorned with hearts. So she's just straight up the final boss of wine moms. I think that's evident here. And I don't know how she could ever be defeated. Now, if you thought that was interesting, the story gets even more ridiculous when you look at the way that she responded to this. So asked if she had even gone to the house where the slumber party occurred, Broyles said no. So she's just denying it flat out. All of this stuff that happened, her calling these kids acne fucker and whatnot, calling them fuckers, puking in their laundry basket. She's just saying, nope, wasn't there. But there's evidence. There's evidence she was there. There's a TikTok video. So she's just straight up denying it. This is some Trump level bullshit where you just deny reality that's right in front of you. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, this is ridiculous that this is becoming a thing. Broyles said, this didn't happen. So she said clearly, this didn't happen. But there's evidence. You have eyewitnesses. You're on TikTok with the girls having a slumber party. So Broyles said she was out of town February 11th. So that's why, you know, she has an excuse, right? She wasn't even there, out of town. Asked if she could prove that she was out of town. Broyles hung up the phone. Oh my God. In a subsequent email exchange, she again declined to specify her whereabouts, instead criticizing a lack of evidence and facts of your possible reporting. But they have the receipts. You're on TikTok. There's a photograph of you drinking wine. You have multiple eyewitnesses. You traumatized the girls. There's puke in her fucking shoes and in the laundry basket. What do you mean lack of evidence? There is a mountain of evidence, and you're just claiming, no, I was out of town. I wasn't even there. I mean, to claim you weren't there is very bold, right? I could see her trying to downplay it, but she's just straight up saying, nope, I wasn't in town, and that's my alibi. Evidence? Don't have it. One day after the publication of this article, Abby Broyles conducted a video interview with KFOR and admitted that she attended the party in question. The article below remains in its original form. So let's watch this video here.
Congressional candidate Abby Broyles accused of bad behavior at a tween pajama party.
I'm just grossed out by her behavior, basically.
Tonight, after reportedly denying even being there,
she was there.
She's telling News 4 her side of the story.
And I don't remember anything until I woke up or came to and I was throwing up in a hamper.
Tonight, the allegation.
So she wasn't there. Now she's saying, I was there, I just don't remember. So you are admitting that you lied, because these are two very different stories.
Well, Jolie and Kevin, it all happened last Friday at a Valentine's Day gathering among 10 or 11 preteen girls. Broyles was a guest at the party, but something very unexpected happened, and families we spoke with say it ended with disgusting behavior.
It was like an attack, like personal, vicious attacks.
And other mothers have corroborated that same story, claiming Broyles arrived at a Valentine's Day sleepover at the invitation of the homeowner. Sarah Matthews, who you just heard, dropped her 12-year-old daughter off with a group of other girls, and she never expected something like this to happen.
Mama Bear starts coming out because you're like, this is disgusting.
Another mom who spoke to us over the phone said her daughter told her when Broyles arrived it wasn't bad at first, but she became more aggressive as she continued to drink. Matthews saying her daughter gave her the details the next morning.
She proceeded to tell me that Abby Broyles had been at the house and was very drunk and calling them all MFers and Effers this, Effer that, vomited all over somebody, called somebody acne Effer, somebody Hispanic Effer, called my daughter Judgy Effer for not wanting to sleep with a blanket that she cleaned up wine with. You don't speak to any human that way, let alone a little girl who's 12 to 13 in that pivotal point in her life.
The mom on the phone told us her daughter was brought to tears, adding that Broyles came to apologize to her daughter that night, but that Broyles was too drunk to talk and instead vomited. The homeowner, who doesn't want her name released, tells News 4 that she despises that this happened at her home and that she'd never seen Broyles like that in the past. This led her to reach out to parents the following day and share her concerns over the disruption.
I just think she needs to validate what those kids felt and just say, I'm sorry, acknowledge how out of line she was.
Well, when a reporter for Non-Doc contacted Broyles, he says she denied being at the party. More on that in just a minute. And Kevin, I know you talked to Broyles just this afternoon.
Austin, I did. Thank you. This afternoon, I sat down with Abby Broyles to ask what...
I have to stop and collect myself. I'm literally crying. I'm trying to visualize the situation where she's like, fuck you, like, what the fuck? Those poor girls are going to be traumatized for the rest of their lives. And I love how there's like 10 of them, and she thinks that she could just lie and get away with it at first, as if all 10 of them corroborating the same story wouldn't be persuasive to their parents. What the fuck? This is a psychopath. This psychopath might be more psychopathic than the psychopaths that are already in Congress. Holy fucking shit. This person should not be allowed to be in Congress.
in the world happened the night of that party? Abby, how did you wind up at a slumber party for middle school girls? That's not a typical venue for a candidate who's running for Congress.
I was invited by one of my great friends, Cassidy, my friend from law school, to her house to be there while she was hosting a Valentine's Day sleepover for her daughter, who I'm also close with. She was the only parent there that night, and we're good.
What did you call her? Is that the one who you called an acne fucker? Imagine you're a tween girl and you're really self-conscious. You're going through puberty and you're getting acne, and she's calling you an acne fucker. What an asshole.
And I'm over at their house quite a bit, have known them for years, and so it was no big deal for me to go and stay during a sleepover, and the girls and I had a great time. I think there's a TikTok video out there of us at the beginning.
So you know about the TikTok video, but you were lying, claiming that you weren't there and that you were out of town. That was your alibi, but there's evidence of it. Why would you lie at first? Why not just admit it? I mean, again, I assumed that she would downplay the event itself, but she just straight up lied, and now she's saying, no, I was there actually, but I just don't remember anything.
What happened?
She asked me to come over. She asked me to bring some wine. We had wine and sushi, and then a couple hours later, we were upstairs in their theater room watching a movie. For years, I struggled with stress and anxiety and insomnia. I took the bar exam on 2 hours of sleep. I mean, this is how far this goes back for me, and she knows that, and she gave me a medication I had never taken before, and I had an adverse reaction. Instead of helping me sleep, I hallucinated, and I don't remember anything. And
What medicine, Abby? Name it. What medicine did she give you? And if you don't know, did she just hand you a pill and you took it? Because that in and of itself might not necessarily be the best judgment on your part when you're seemingly chaperoning these children, or you're around them. So yeah, very, very interesting.
Until I woke up or came to, and I was throwing up in a hamper.
So you're saying
We know that.
and the medication you were given reacted in a way that you behaved in a way that you usually wouldn't, and you don't remember it.
I don't. I remember starting to hallucinate,
Bullshit.
and the rest is just blurry. I just remember opening my eyes, and I had gotten sick in this hamper, and
She was hallucinating. She saw a tween girl with lots of acne, and the acne started to grow, and it started to talk to her, and she's like, no, and everything was going in slow motion, and that's when she dropped the acne fucker, and then she went and vomited everywhere.
I'm not saying you're not being truthful, but you know there are people out there watching right now saying, come on, she blacked out and doesn't remember. What do you say to those people?
First
What do you
of
say
all,
to
I wanna
me?
apologize to the families again, and for people who say I just blacked out and I'm making this up. You don't know me. I never, ever would say something hurtful like this.
Seems like you did, though. I don't know you, but it kind of seems like you did, and it also seems like you're a liar. So all of this information leads us to, I think, reasonably deduce that you're kind of a little bit unhinged at the bare minimum. So, yeah.
I was misquoted in the non-doc article. I never told him, this was on a phone call, and I never told him that I wasn't there. I said it didn't happen because he was asking about these allegations.
They probably have the recording. Let's go back. Asked if she had even gone to the house where the slumber party occurred, she said, no. This is a quote. So I'm sure that they recorded this conversation. They can easily fact check this. So you're just lying again. I believe them more than you because you've already proven to be a liar. You said that you were out of town.
And I had no idea because, again, I don't remember this episode at all.
It seems like this may have damaged the campaign beyond repair. How do you feel about that?
I deeply regret what happened because of the people who it affected. I'll be okay no matter what happens. But as far as this campaign, I'm never going to stop fighting for Oklahomans, whether it's in this race or fighting for the cause some other way.
As for the statement that Abby Broyles was misquoted in the non-doc article, we contacted the reporter who wrote the story. He said he stands by his reporting. He also allowed us to listen to a taped conversation where Abby Broyles did deny being at the party that night.
Mm-hmm.